Happy to be here and looking forward to spending the rest of my life focused on more philanthropic efforts.
In some good news, Bobby Kotick is no longer at Activision Blizzard at all.
Let the joyous news be spread. The wicked old witch at last is dead.
CEO Bobby Kotick.
He won. He walked away with $500 million in his bank account from the whole buyout that went out, okay? We knew he was leaving. We knew he was getting a shit ton of money, but now it's all officially processed. He's out. I believe the amount of damage that's gone on, you cannot clear it all out overnight, okay? No. If it is going to happen, it's going to take a long fucking time, right?
2-3 years.
Who knows, man? This dude was there for like 30 fucking years. Now it's all happening. A lot of people are all of a sudden coming out to speak out against him, which, okay. To be fair, a lot of people at Activision Blizzard also spoke out against him while he was there. And a lot of people did it very often. And a lot of people got fired for doing it. But now we're at the stage where a lot of old stories are coming up. And there's one later that I think a lot of people might have forgotten about or never knew. All right, so we'll just start with some of these ones. So as Bobby leaves Microsoft and Activision for good, ex-employee describes how he once threatened to have an employee killed. What? Now, when I saw this, it rang a bell in my head going, I fucking remember that. I went back and looking for it, and it happened in like 2021 or something like that, okay? Well, at least when he threatened to do it.
Oh my god.
So a former employee makes the allegation about Bobby Kotick's previous behavior as CEO. You don't need to convince anyone that this dude is a piece of shit. Everyone fucking knows it. Everyone fucking believes it. And he fully embraced being a piece of shit. So as foretold in a memo to staff earlier this December, swooping leadership changes have been made to Activision Blizzard as the company enters 2024 with its first year under the helm of Microsoft following the $69 billion acquisition. So the most publicized change was the departure of Activision Blizzard CEO and its employee of 33 years. Today marked Bobby's last day at the gaming company, and his exit has prompted some former staff to share stories of his tenure. However, these aren't heartwarming tales of chance encountered by the water cooler. One former programmer has claimed that within a month of their start on a Call of Duty project, Bobby Kotick allegedly threatened to have an employee killed.
Wild. So
Christina marks this assertion by sharing the news of Kotick's departure from Activision Blizzard. The tweet states, I worked on COD for 2 years as a programmer at Demonware. Bobby's decisions made our games worse. Now, that can be said about a fucking lot of their games at Activision Blizzard. Like, a lot. So Demonware, a software development studio known for collaborating with Activision Blizzard on COD titles, has aided other studios with Activision Blizzard. Christina goes into more detail about their experience working in there in the tweet. This is the quote, in my first month, it came out he threatened to have an employee killed.
You imagine Bobby threatening to kill you? Fucking Big Bob walking up to your desk.
I don't know, that type of face, I'd believe it.
That's the face he made when he made the threat. Look at that smile.
In all the hands that followed, no one wanted to speak first, so I demanded his firing in front of everyone. Well, that didn't work out. It's not the first time we've heard this story, as Christina does later in the thread also reference allegations of the reported Business Insider back in 2021, which is the one that I remember. So while it's not confirmed that the allegation is true, it basically is. Kotick has faced accusations from multiple employees over the years, either of direct mistreatment or disregarding problematic workplace attitudes and swiftly settling complaints out of court. So this is the thing with this type of shit, is the wording is cringe. Yeah. And it's the type of wording that like a whole lot of like the Me Too crowd uses, which is why people are accustomed to not believing it. But when it comes to Activision Blizzard, this is like the one time where it's like, no,
they did it.
It's fucking real. One particular instance that Christina appears to be referring to is the reported voicemail left on an assistant's cell phone back in 2006, threatening to have her killed, as reported by the Wall Street Journal. The matter was settled out of court, and Activision addressed the matter following the report, stating that Mr. Kotick quickly apologized 16 years ago for the obviously hyperbolic and inappropriate voicemail, and deeply regrets the exaggeration and tone in his voicemail to this day. So basically, he got on there and said, I will fucking have you killed, and went on a bit of a rant, and then just said, It's just a prank, bro.
Just a prank, bro. JK.
So, and then we have this one over here. Kotick throws Overwatch under the bus. Breaking my silence to share a fun fact. When we planned Overwatch 2's Steam launch, so not really that long ago, my team warned months in advance that we're going to be review bombed. We begged for more information, more details, and more resources to help with the anticipated influx, all flatly denied. Now, this is why this one's a little bit of a problem, because the state of the game is why it got review bombed, okay?
Yeah.
The state of the game is what happened. But then they go on to talk about here how Bobby himself was happy to drop the game straight on Steam without giving the community team any of the additional support. Overwatch, see, they got the bad reviews because of the state of the game, but the state of the game was Bobby's fault. So that one's a bit of a double whammy because, yeah, the reviews were simply for the state of the game. However, the state of the game was kind of Bobby's fault.
Yeah.
Bobby Kotick is widely considered as the guy to blame for Blizzard Games to end its service in China. Remember when that happened earlier? Technically last year for us, when that was a big fucking deal. There were even groups of people lighting fireworks to celebrate his departure. That's how much he's hated in China. Even fucking China doesn't like Bobby. We live in a world where one man in the gaming industry has managed to get China to agree with us. But now this is the next part. Many users also took to social media to discuss Bobby Kotick's alleged connections with...
Hold up.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Something ain't right.
Yikes.
just gets worse.
Sharing an image that shows a reference to Bobby spelt differently on Epstein's list, complete with an Activision email address. Listen, why the fuck? This is probably the bad thing to make a joke about, but why wouldn't you use an alt? Use an alt. Why would you use an Activision email address? This is like some world's dumbest criminal shit. Word to the wise here. If you're going to use a fake alias, go a little bit harder than just dropping one letter from your name and then using your business email address. So the image originally surfaced back in 2019, but it's bubbling back up on social media as Kotick becomes the subject of many troubling discussions. That definitely says Activision. Kotick Bobby. Now this is obviously spelt a little bit fucking differently, but come on, man.
Activision, it's right there.
It's right there, yeah. How many Bobby Koticks are at Activision? Yeah, how many are there? Jeffrey Epstein's Little Black Book has an entry for Bobby Kotick. Again, it's spelled without an extra B, but how many Bobbies are there? With an Activision email address, finds the scans in the 2015 Walker piece. Yikes!
Where the fuck? There's so much to say.
There's so much to say. Most of it you can't say on YouTube. Especially
Exactly.
on a gaming podcast, but I think you guys get where we're going with this. So imagine like you're just there going, oh, I just want to work on Overwatch. I just like being a video game developer. And then you see this, you're like, what the fuck? But just one more fucking flame on the fire, which in comparison is nothing compared to this. The senior World of Warcraft designer. Eat shit, Bobby Kotick, you pathetic ghoul. Waste the millions you didn't earn from the people whose talent and light you will never understand.
That's true. Dude, no joke. No joke. To get back to the gaming part. After that weird shit. Every time a Call of Duty game was actually good in the golden age, he actually had less to do with it. He was just sitting back letting the company like Treyarch or Infinity would actually do what they wanted, right? The newer shit CODs, ever since Advanced Warfare, that's actually when he had more say in COD. And that's when COD started getting more and more shit.
At these types of studios and these places, it's very easy to overlook, but there is some talented individuals there.
Oh, fucking oath. I mean, you look at the original Infinity Ward and still a bit of Treyarch now. Most talented developers you'll ever fucking see, man.
And how many people do you think said, yo, this is a bad idea, and all of them just got shut down?